Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is a full review of Tobacco Rose by Papillon. This one is an independent UK brand, and I did a first impression of the samples a few weeks ago. With this one, when you first apply this one, you get rose definitely as a strong opening note for this. And the rose to me comes across a little bit pinked. Rose de May is listed on the notes, so that makes sense. And so I get a beautiful, fresh, clean rose, and immediately I get a big dose of ambergris. The ambergris smells really good to me, and it smells like more like a white ambergris tincture to my nose rather than like a synthetic, but it smells real to me, like a proper ambergris tincture. And so I get this beautiful ambergris, natural ambergris smell with this Rose de May, and yeah, rosy, musky, beautiful kind of opening. As it starts to dry down a little bit, there's notes of oak moss in here with hay, with beeswax, geranium is listed, and I think on my skin it's kind of interesting. I do pick up a little bit of the hay, and I get vibes of the oak mossy kind of vibe, but the way it kind of all combines together, these notes, I don't like particularly get beeswax in any massive kind of sense, and it's not particularly sweet on my skin. It's a little bit dry, lacking that kind of jammy sweetness you sometimes get from rose fragrances. For my skin, this doesn't have that, but there's a touch of sweetness there, but not jammy. But it kind of comes across like velvety, or like a big wad of cotton wool on my skin. I'm not really sure how that comes about, but maybe the combination of oak moss and hay and ambergris and the way they all kind of combine with the floral elements, it gives this really soft, musty, velvety, cotton wool-like cloud scent that's quite soft and comforting. And it's the best way I can describe it. Imagine smelling like a huge thick wad of cotton wool that's scented a little bit with rose and ambergris. It kind of has that vibe to me. For some reason I get cotton wool when I smell it as it dries down. And so it really doesn't change much once it goes into that mid section, into the dry down. I get this kind of wad of cotton wool, velvety smooth, musky, slightly sweet, floral, I guess mossy, but dry at the same time with a hint of sweetness. And really that's what I get. It doesn't smell of tobacco. In fact, tobacco isn't even listed on the notes, so it's definitely not a tobacco fragrance. For me, it's a rose fragrance with quite a bit of the ambergris in the opening, going into kind of a cotton wool, mossy, soft, velvety, smooth kind of accord, which then persists and goes all the way to the dry down. For me, I would say it's unisex personally, and I would say autumn and winter would be the ideal seasons, and I think it would be safe or appropriate for work, and it could be a casual fragrance or dressed up quite smartly. I think it's a versatile enough for kind of any occasion that way, for the cooler weather, daytime or nighttime. And in terms of performance, on my skin, about 6 hours, about half the day I suppose. And so 6 hours longevity. The projection and sillage was softer on my skin. It does feel more intimate and close. It doesn't flow out too far on me. It sits closer to the skin for sure. At least on my skin chemistry. That might be changed for different people. For me, I like it. I think it's a good example of a rose fragrance done nicely. I don't fall in love with this one personally. It's not one that I would buy for my own collection, but I appreciate it. And if you like rose and ambergris, then I would say definitely get a sample of it and try it out. You might really fall in love with it. That's it. That's about all I can say for this one. I enjoyed testing it out, and I will see you soon with another video. Take care, everyone.